What's up, guys? It's Ryan here, East Coast Athletics. Welcome to another episode of Track Talk Thursday. I know I didn't do anything last Thursday. Um, was kind of busy. I had a meeting at my son's school, so I wasn't able to, do my regular streaming. Um, but that's just one of them things when that happens when you got kids. You have PTA meetings, you have a lot of stuff that you have to attend as a parent. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I wasn't here last Thursday. With that being said, I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna have a live stream next Thursday because it's pretty much right after Christmas. It depends. You guys would, I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. If you guys want, if you guys want me to do a live stream next Thursday, even though Christmas is on Wednesday. I know everybody's gonna want to be enjoying themselves and everything, so you guys could definitely comment and let me know if you guys want me to do another session next Thursday. Regardless of what time of the year or season, I'll definitely have something to talk about, something that will be intriguing. So I mean, it's just up to you guys. If you guys want to see us streaming on Thursday, just let me know. Leave it in the comment box below. Also, with that being said, we do have a lot to discuss. And this is kind of off topic. It's it's not track and field related, but it's about Jamaica. You know what? Let me just leave it until next time, or until I guess the end. All right. So to kick things off, Shelly-Ann Fraser confirms that she will be seeking the double at the Olympics. So all this talk about her just running 100 and she can't be the greatest female sprinter of all time because she don't have a 200-meter gold medal, and that she doesn't have, well, technically they're saying that she don't have a world title in the 200 or Olympic title. So she has her eyes set on the 200. She's planning to double at the Olympics. That's pretty much what I read in the article, and she's definitely trying to go sub 22 seconds in the 200. So that's something that you guys should be looking forward to. I don't know why I'm all over the place because I don't think that's where I should have started, but anyways, it is what it is. Shelly-Ann Fraser was awarded the Pan American Female Athlete of the Year, which is a first. It is the first in the history of track and field for them to give out such an award. Shelly-Ann Fraser was the first to gain that title, and gain that award, and I think that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that, nothing bad about that. I mean, everybody's more familiar with World Athlete of the Year and all that stuff, so this is just like a smaller recognition, or a smaller games that she was recognized for. And it's something similar like being Jamaican Athlete of the Year or something of that nature. So it's a good step in the right direction. I mean, show that she is really dominating sprinting throughout the track and field arena and pretty much in the world. So that's really good on her part. Um, and as we're talking about sprinters, Coach Otto Bolden stated that Brianna Williams will be back and she will be faster in 2020. I mean, we expect that she will get faster. I mean, that's not something that, we as the audience are doubting, because she is pretty young. She is not, in her 30s or anything. She's a teenager pretty much. She's not even 20 years old as yet. So we do expect her to pretty much improve her performance from last year. And I'm pretty much, stoked on how fast she is gonna run, because running 10:9 at her age, that's really, really, really good running. Not good, but great running. So I I'm really, really looking forward to see what she's gonna do, at the Olympic trials, and also, for the next couple of years to come. I think she's gonna do great things, and she seemed to be on the right path. So let's, really see how things play out. It's a whole lot of predictions as to what she will be running in what place, she'll be on the Jamaica team. I mean, last year and this year, or last season and this coming season, is two different seasons. You can't really predict too much, placements, and at the same time, you can't really predict who's gonna make the team and who won't make the team. But at the same time, you can be optimistic about performances. And this is our coach. This is coming from a coach. Pretty much, he know what he's seeing at this point in time. So he's pretty much, telling everybody, hey, watch out, she coming. I mean, she's gonna run really fast in 2020, and I really believe that she will. There's no doubt about that. She's definitely gonna run really fast times. That's what I think. I'm not sure if she will be running indoors, because this year is World Indoors, so she might be running indoors. So that's something for you guys to look forward to. So you guys might be seeing her running the 60 indoor. I don't think she'll run the 200. Well, that's just my opinion, but I don't think she'll run the 200. I think she will be running the 60 meter. Also, that's it's gonna set up how she transition outdoor. But see, as I said before, I'm not certain as to what exactly she and her coach has planned. I know this year's World Indoor, and a lot of the athletes, are gonna be gunning for World Indoors, in an attempt to use that to speed them up going into Olympics and going into the Olympic trials, because it's technically it's a big year for track and field, because we have World Indoors, and then after that, we have Olympics in the summer. So it's gonna be a really good year. And speaking of that, there's been I read this article about training or teaching athletes how to run the 400, and it was pretty intriguing to me, and I just had to, put it in my notes for the night. The article is pretty much, stating that there's a special way for coaching 400-meter athletes, and I really think that's not the case. I don't think there's one specific way for coaching quarter milers, because not every quarter miler is the same. Not every person is the same, on a wider scale. So to each is his own. A lot of techniques, a lot of strategies might work for one athlete or might work for many athletes, but at the same time it won't necessarily work for all athletes, because in the 400 you have athletes that are more speed based and you have athletes that are more strength based. So, and when I say strength based, I mean, we know that it's a speed endurance race, but a lot of athletes have a higher tolerance in terms of lactic acid threshold, so they're able to pretty much hold their form, or pretty much I'm just gonna say they're stronger, put it that way. They're stronger athletes in terms of endurance, while you have a lot of athletes that are purely sprint based. What's up? I guess a lot of the viewers didn't get the memo tonight, so not a lot of people here, but yeah, thanks for tuning in, man. You always do. But yeah, I think there's no one set way to coach the 400 meter. A lot of athletes run different. Some will. Oh, you here? You've been silent. I didn't know you were there. But yeah, there's no one way to coach a 400 meter. There's several ways to coach the 400 meter. A lot of athletes, they could pretty much do a sprint workout and they run a really good 400. And there are other athletes, well, with the same athlete that will do the sprint workout, run the 400, they'll run a good 4. But then if you switch them to the 400 workout, they don't do so great. So, it all depends on the person. While you have some athletes that speed, all that speed stuff, it doesn't work for them. You have to, their running has to be strength based or high endurance based. I mean, we know that speed has to be involved some way, somehow, because I would say you have to be able to run at least 20 points to be able to run, any good times. But that's, as I said, to each is his own. Each coach has to find what works for their athlete and capitalize on that. But I don't think there's any one way to coach the 400 meter. And the article is pretty much claiming that all 400 meter athletes need to have super high speed endurance. I don't believe that's the case. You need speed endurance, but I mean, the more you have, the better. But I don't think that you need a really high amount or vast capacity of speed endurance. If you're fast, then you could use that speed to your advantage. So either you could use your strength to your advantage or your speed to your advantage. Me personally, I am a quarter miler, and when I'm running the 4, I'm not slow, but by no means I'm super fast. So if I'm running a 4, I'm definitely gonna use my speed endurance as my advantage, but at the same time I'm gonna use the little speed that I do have. So as I said, as a coach, you have to know the qualities of your athlete and then try to develop a training program around that, that will be definitely beneficial to that athlete. So I don't think there's any one set way, but that's something that I'm just gonna leave at that. I know a lot of you guys noticed this for sure, that the indoor track season has started. So the mere fact that it has started means we have somebody breaking in. The mere fact that the track season has started, I do have some results for you guys as to the top 10 times that that have already been ran in the 60 male and female and the 200, 400. I must say I'm a little bit impressed with how they start out this early in December, because I know, like, I think 2 weeks ago I told you guys that the first meet is coming up this weekend, so definitely look out for that. I was supposed to do a live last Thursday, but I wasn't able to, and then I would walk through all the stats and everything of those meets. But I have it here for you today, and the times are, in my opinion, are pretty impressive already, because in the men's 60 meter you already have 3 guys running 6.6. So you have 2 person, I would say, in the number 1 spot with 6.66. Kid from Indiana, another kid called Emmanuel from Washington, then a kid from Texas, Harris, 6.67. So the slowest time in the top 8 or top 10 is 6.76. So these guys are already moving, and it's nowhere close to NCAA championship yet, and they're running 6.667. So that goes to show that this year is gonna be a very, very intriguing year for track and field. Like, we're gonna see some record-breaking times this year, because already these guys are running fast, and I really don't think they have peaked yet, because why would you peak your athlete in December when the championship is not until March? Like, that would make no sense at all. That would be pointless. So I really think that 2020 is gonna be a stellar year. Next year, David, next year. When I say this year, I'm talking about the upcoming track season. I'm not really relating to what already has passed. I'm talking about 2020, the track season that pretty much just started, because it started in December, going into January of 2020. So the 2020 track season is gonna be fire, because for the females, you have Julian Alfred from Texas, already ran 7:18. Like, sometimes you really have to wonder if these athletes have peaked, but how can you peak for the first meet? Like, that's what I'm thinking right now. Like, how can you peak for the first meet? But 7:18 is you got guys running 7:18. And you have a girl here running 7:18. That's the number one time for a female 60 meter. Then the second fastest is 7:27. Barnes from Kentucky. Then 7:38. The slowest of the top 10 is 7:48. So, yo, they dropping times. In the male 200 meter, 21:16. That's the leading time. I guess and that's a good time to start the start the season with. But I know all the big guns ain't roll out yet. All the top athletes, they haven't really ran any 200 yet, and we'll definitely see that further down in the season. And also, Coppin State boy ain't run yet. Amo ain't run yet. So we have quite a few people that we definitely are looking forward to see run, that haven't ran yet. So keep your eyes peeled and keep notification, turned on, because I will be doing, I think if we have something stellar, I might just do, a live stream maybe after that meet if I'm there, and I'll also post the races. So again, keep notification on, because I'm gonna try to post the races, and I might do a live stream right after the meet. So you guys gotta stay tuned for that. For the female 200, Kennedy Simmons is the leader so far with 24:02. Then 24:06 is second, 24:18 is third. And as I said, these are great times for the mere fact that we are still in December. All these times were ran in early December. So they have January, February to improve on their performance. So that's a real good thing. And the slowest time for the female 200 is 24:55. I don't think that's a slow time. That's a really good time. Really, really good time. And that's good performance already in December. Now we move to the 400 meter. Edward Richardson of South Carolina, 47:25. I mean, it's not below 47.0, but it's still good. Still a good time. All right. The number 10 on the list is 48:26. That's okay for this time of the season, because this person could end up running 46 mid or 46 lows by March. So I'm kind of intrigued to see what this kid from South Carolina is gonna run, because it's wonder if he's in the MEAX. No, I don't think he is, but I'll definitely check that, because I don't think that's not the kid that won MEAC indoors. It's another kid. And then we have another South Carolina kid that ran 47:46. So they seem to have a lot of quarter milers. And there's a Morgan kid in here, Keon, who ran 47:50. So that's a MEAC kid. So I'm definitely gonna be, watching him. I'm gonna have my eyes on him, seeing what he's gonna do, indoors. So technically it's just 3:48s on this list of 10, and all the other times are 47s, with 47.2 being, the number one time For the females, leading time is 54:27. Not super impressive, but it's okay for this time of the season. And I think they're gonna get better. 800 men. Pittsburgh 150.79 0.79, and the name of that kid is Drew. Then the second fastest is 152.43. So, average time for this time of the season, I'm not even going to say average, but those are really good times for this time of the season. For females, Roe of Morgan State ran 2:11.60, which that's a good time as well. And I think I'm gonna stop there because everything else is just like 3,000 mile stuff like that. If you guys wanna check those out, you could definitely go to the TFRRS website and you'll see all the results. That's pretty much where I got these results from. You guys could definitely check that out. Coach L not here tonight. I had something for him specifically. I was gonna pull his leg, telling him that Jamaica is not only good and are great in track and field. We have some of the most beautiful women in the world, including Miss World presently. Is from Jamaica, so I was hoping that he would tune in, but he didn't. But I know he's gonna watch it afterwards, anyways. But yeah, next week, you guys let me know if you want me to do another live stream next week, or you want me to just wait until the first week of January, because we will definitely have, a few meets going off, for the first week. And then there's going to be a meet in the Army on the 10th of January. Then we have a couple more meets, maybe Kentucky, Boston. There's quite a few meets that, I will be going to. So you guys will be getting, coverage and pretty much live streams after the races or after the meet. So you guys could definitely look forward to that. As I said before, keep notification turned on. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, because that's the only way you're gonna get the notifications is if you subscribe. I swear my son is gonna fall through this roof one of these days because he's always upstairs jumping. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Click notification bell if you haven't. And until next time, it's your boy Ryan here with East Coast Athletics, signing out.